Zeg je date mij af, want wat ik je aankomende donderdag om 7 uur laat zien, verandert je leven voorgoed. Donderdagavond.
And we are live, guys. Wait to bring everybody in again. There we are. There we are. And we're ready and we are off, guys. How is everybody? First show back. The mystical carousel show has returned, guys. So I'm absolutely over the moon to be doing both shows again. So I'm just going to share out. How is everybody?
Absolutely spiffing.
Spiffing.
You're absolutely stiff. I don't know if we can accept that on the show.
Spiffing.
Oh, right. I thought you were telling me that's something different.
That's Lowe's mind, isn't it?
Oh,
Yes.
Tim,
Such a mucky mind.
Tim, I am hurt that you think about that, about me. I'm an angel.
Yeah, right.
Bloody hell's angel. So, how's everybody's weeks been? What's everybody been up to? I'll share this out, guys.
Trying to cool down.
Yeah. Bloody hot, isn't it?
Yes. Very, very hot and very busy.
Yeah.
I was contacting people.
Noreen, baby, welcome to the show. Hey, Jenny. Good evening, guys. That's fine, Jenny. Just come when you're ready.
Yeah.
Says that to all the boys.
Oh. Tim, you're in my office after we're finished.
Oh, Tim's going to get a spanking.
Oh, he's getting a spanking.
No, I'm going at 10. I'm going at 10.
No, you're being detained.
Detained.
Yes.
In chains.
You have to clean your mouth.
Oh,
Sorry, Mary. Sorry. I know you're a lady.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm a lady.
Lady.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. When I say that, my lady.
I forgot.
But how? Right. Okay. Long time no see.
Hello.
Hello. I hope you're well. So how's everybody's week's been? All right, good.
Yeah, very busy. Hot.
Yeah.
Productive.
Bloody hot.
Oh, I've actually got to admit, in Scotland, it has been absolutely boiling, and it seems to be getting not anywhere near cooler. Which I'm about to cry. Tim doesn't seem convinced. Tim's never convinced when I say I'm an angel.
No.
But definitely, guys. Well, tonight, guys, we are talking about Rendlesham Forest. Now, I have a deep interest in this forest and its history and its UFO phenomena there as well. Now, for anybody who doesn't know where Rendlesham Forest is, it's in the Suffolk coast It has several military facilities. It's got a Cold War secret technology development that happened in the area. It's got a testing radar, it's got electric magnet detection equipment, nuclear weapon components, but it's also known to have UFO activity. Now, in the early December, the 26th of December 1980, two men were actually securing the place, and it was the east gate of the Woodbridge, and they observed a light in the sky, guys, which appeared to come down in the woods between the base and the coastal spit of Orford Ness. So that was an interesting one. So the patrol called for assistance and 3 officers went to investigate the light. They apparently encountered a strange semi-transparent shape in a clearing. What was described as a wave of energy came from it, making their skin tingle and their hair stand on end. Moments later, the object climbed through the trees and disappeared, leaving the airmen standing in the woods feeling disorientated. At dawn, the aircraft flew over the forest and identified the landing spot as emitted heat energy. Inside the woods at this location, a circular area was found that showed signs of impact. There was also a hole punched through the tree. That some shallow holes in the ground and score marks on surrounding trees. Now, it's not the first sighting of UFOs in Redlesham Forest. The government involved, any photos taken? I wonder if there was cameras on Holly. It's one of those ones, Kelly, that I'm sure the airmen didn't have anything like cameras and pictures to be taken. But it's very, very interesting. And myself, Lynn, and Tim are talking about next year going to Rendlesham because it sounds really, really interesting. Now, I'm going to say pass you there to Tim, right? Because Tim's been there himself. Tim, what experiences have you had with Rendlesham Forest?
Yeah, I've been 3 or 4 times, and I'm going again on Saturday. But yeah, it's a real spooky forest. It's I don't know whether it's because it's all mainly pines. You don't get no animal life in there, no bird life, no birds singing. It's a dead forest.
Because of the radiation.
Yeah. In the middle of the forest is pine trees, but it's surrounded by silver birch.
Yeah.
Right on the edge, and you look into it, and it's just black.
Oh wow!
Black. It's just dark and black, and it's got an underground tunnel system running between. It's abandoned now, by the way. It's not. There's nothing there now. It's although it's all the buildings are still there, and it's all fenced off. It's abandoned, but you still get security in the form of Air Force security coming around, and you still get helicopters flying over there. Now, why would they do that? Why bother?
Yeah.
But the forest is dead. There's no wildlife in there. There's nothing. I know a little bit about wildlife and the fact that because there's no food in there, it's so thick and dark and nothing grows in there because it hasn't got no light coming through to the ground forest floor to produce food. So the wildlife wouldn't be in there. But you'd think you'd get a few birds in the trees.
Yeah.
but there's nothing. Only around the outside circumference.
Yeah.
And like I say, I've been there a few times. I've been there a couple of times with Andy, Alex Lovelock, and there's been orbs seen and so-called Bigfoot, and still lots of UFO. And before the sighting in it was the US Air Force that saw had the encounter with the UFO in 1980. Before that, there was lots of UFO activity there as well.
Yeah.
And lots of books been written about it, but it's just a mysterious. It's what if you're into paranormal activity, just go there. We're doing an all-nighter on Saturday. We're going all night, and we're going to have split up a little bit into little groups and just sit out in there and see what happens. But yeah, there are tunnels. There's tunnels underground it. Underground. It's amazing.
It was a nuclear facility, so maybe there's some radiation still hanging around there anyway.
Well, I'm not sure about. I think the airbase was there before the Cold War.
Yeah.
Because they knew what it was like, and they wanted to lock it down and secure it with high security, like a lot of these places are.
Definitely.
Like Roswell and all this business, and all over the world, these places that have strange phenomenon, they seem to lock it down, don't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
They definitely do.
Yeah.
And you just think to yourself, what are these places really, really hiding? I mean,
Exactly.
you get other places, right? And this is like not just, in the UK, you get it all across the world. There's some sort of place that's in every part of the world that has something to do with UFO, like a base nearly in, we were talking obviously about the Bermuda Triangle and about how people have claimed that they have seen, obviously, like alien spaceships coming out the water, and it just makes you think they're everywhere. So if you really think about it, they're everywhere. Like you hear sightings everywhere. There's some sort of base. I mean, I'm sure the UK has an Area 51 itself, if I'm right.
They reckon that's Rendlesham, don't they?
Yeah, I reckon it would be Rendlesham. But yeah, it's just an amazing place. It just feels eerie when you go there. It's like like Cannock's the same, isn't it? Cannock Chase. That's like supposed to be an eerie place to go to. And I love Cornwall and even Bodmin Moor. You go on there and it's just you can feel the Earth's energy coming through. It's just amazing.
I definitely would love to go because it's one of the places I say to myself, I would love to see what experience the experiences that I get. They probably, let's face it, guys, if they had to take me, they would probably drop me back in 2 minutes because I would do their head in. They would literally kick me out the ship.
They wouldn't be able to understand what you're saying, would they?
Well, you're going there, Timmy boy.
Telepathy or not?
Let me tell you something. It would be more the fact that I would be pressing buttons. What does this button do?
I would,
wow!
Yeah. You would, yeah.
Red one.
When you think about it, what was the purpose of this UFO sighting? What was it? Whose was it? And have they covered it up?
Oh God, yeah.
Or have they come out? What answers have they come out with? What have they actually come out with to say?
They said it was the lighthouse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The official first they went across and said, yeah, blah blah blah, the UFO landed, and then they I think the government shut it down and said it was the lighthouse at Orphaness Lighthouse that was
Yeah.
going around shining. But
Right.
it wasn't just one night, you know. This happened over a period of time,
Yeah.
and they know that these are trained airmen. They know the difference between a lighthouse and the bloody aircraft.
If it was normal, they wouldn't go into a panic like they did,
No,
would they? You've got to
I
think
don't know
of
if they panicked. I
common
don't
sense
know, but
way. They would not do what they do because they're doing it all.
they all
Yeah.
investigated anyway. They all went in there. And
So
it
lighthouse-
happened over a series of nights, not just. And apparently it happened long before that too.
So
in that
if they
area,
were like a lighthouse, they'd have been having that every night.
yeah, be just spinning around all the time.
Yeah. So
But this thing wasn't. No, but that was the official story. It was the lighthouse, a bit like Rothwell saying it was a bloody air balloon, didn't they?
Yeah.
Weather balloon.
And it was weird that the two events happened 2 days apart, because you had the 26th of December, then you had the 28th of December, where the deputy base commander, Lieutenant Holt, who was visiting the site with several servicemen. So it really does make you think, wow. But then you get a lot of people who are sceptic about Rendlesham Forest, you know. One proposed actually that it was a hoax. The BBC reported that a former US security policeman claimed responsibility for creating strange lights in the forest by driving around in a police vehicle, whose lights he had modified. However, there is no evidence that this prank took place on the night in question. You know, other explanations were included a downed a Russian spy satellite, but there was absolutely no evidence to support that. And the most widely accepted explanation in the sightings was due to a combination of three main factors. The initial sightings was at 3 o'clock in the morning on the 26th of December, when the airmen saw something and apparently descended into the forest. They're supposed to be landmarkings were identified by police and foresters as rabbit diggings. No evidence has emerged to confirm that anything came down in the forest. This is the thing. It's a cover-up. Everything is a cover-up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Anything to basically, you know, keep the peace. But it's absolutely nuts. But it's definitely one of those places that I would love to explore and definitely see.
And another thing, it's like Noreen says there, didn't one of the airmen get compensation for sickness related to the encounter at a later date? Yeah, so if they're working on an airbase with nuclear bombs there hidden away, so if it was them, they'd all get radiation sickness.
Definitely, without a shadow of doubt.
Not. So it's not just, it'd be everybody, wouldn't it? Or half a dozen people, not just one or two people that were in the forest.
Yeah. Hey, William, Kelly says government control is always
exactly. That's
William says, where's Will Smith, Will? Will Smith? What Will Smith are you looking for? Robert, yeah, I would. William says, been all over Devon and Cornwall, and Noreen is just Noreen. She's saying that. I'm sure the compensation thing came out when the files became unclassified. This makes you wonder, guys, why things are now coming unclassified. And now they want to put their hands up and say, well, this is what it is. But I think probably at the most they're actually shitting ourselves, because if things start to come out, then people are going to question all the conspiracy theories, and they're going to think to themselves, well, if you think about the JFK one, you know, he was assassinated, and I will be covering the JFK assassination, guys, because I do think it's one of the most conspiracy theories in my eyes stands out to me is the JFK one. And if we really think about it, some people see these as that poor man gets stitched up, and it was actually inside that killed JFK. So we'll be looking at subjects like that, guys, because I think it'll be interesting ones.
Yeah,
It will be interesting ones.
All I'm saying to that one is loose lips sink ships.
Don't you say that one, because I was actually watching a program that's called How Far Would You Tattoo, and someone got that tattooed on their ex's leg. Loose lips sailing ships or something.
Oh my god.
Sailing ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was hilarious. Noreen's like, I'm sure it's related to the nuclear aspect. But it's definitely. What other forest guys would you comes to mind when you think of Endlessum?
I think of a very thick pine forest. So it's like in Wales, they tend to plant a lot of pines, like they do in Scotland.
Yeah,
millions of them, all in lines.
The timber, isn't it?
Yeah, but if you go in
Same you can at Chase.
yeah, and it's
That's all fine,
there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quick growing, but unfortunately, it doesn't support wildlife because nothing can grow on the ground, or you know, not like a
The only strange lights you get on Cannock Chase, I know it's renowned for UFO and everything. The only strange lights we get is from the flashing of doggers.
Yeah, yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that, Richard. That's up near you, isn't it, Richard? Is that your neck of the woods?
Richard all over that is flashing his lights constantly. You know, you get dazzled by him.
What's your code, Richard?
Three quick flashes, three long ones.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched. I love Car Share. And have you seen the sketch about the dogging sketch? The dogging sketch. Oh my god!
Who's went dogging? Tom says, let's not forget the conspiracy theory about that one YouTuber from This Is Tom's World, where he actually is the real life Batman in Philadelphia at night. Do you know what, Tom? I'll put that down as a subject and we'll talk about that, because that asshole I haven't seen for a while. He keeps saying he'll come and see me at night, but he's never came by my window yet. Noreen says, it seems to be a common thing around nuclear sites. William says, I thought I saw a UFO the day. It was a large round ball in the sky. I think they called it the sun, Lil. You're lucky.
The sun's been out for 3 months here in Northampton.
Well, you're a lucky man, William. I hope you don't get too burned. Do you know what, guys? I seen a meme the other day that made me laugh so much, and it was a vampire on the beach. And it made me laugh because I thought, that's me. I'm like a mail bottle. It doesn't matter how many times I go out. I'm like this dude on the stretcher. I'm like, yep, definitely that is definitely me. But Tom, are you coming on tonight? But definitely.
Can I just say a big thank you to Noreen for sending me the chicken video?
Oh, I have seen a lot of chicken. I see a lot of chickens.
You have to send it to me. I haven't seen it.
It's like, oh my lord. But there's a lot of things coming out these days, guys, and as I said, the problem is there is a lot of things coming out, but what's real, what's no, sort
Yeah,
of thing.
exactly.
That's what you're up against now, is the whole what's real, what's no. Do we believe what the government say?
No, God.
It made me howl. I hope you weren't howling to the moon, Noreen.
Never believe what the government tells you.
No,
No.
No, not in a million years.
definitely not. Not when it comes to what they say about UFOs.
Anything.
Maybe the Epstein files have taken by the aliens. I love that one, Kelly. I really love it. William said, "We had chicken tonight and you didn't leave me any, William." But the Epstein files, that's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if the aliens do have a lot of files that the government don't want us to see or unclassified.
I know for
think they
sure. Yeah.
I don't think they want us to see what they're covering up, because
No,
you don't know
right.
what names are associated to the friends of a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will be looking at subjects along that line. I'll be challenging, but I'll be respectful. Very respectful. Who are you laughing at? Sorry. I thought he was laughing at me there. Sorry, go back to your video.
The person in charge of the airbase, the American guy, he's the only evidence they've got of that UFO sighting is his recording, because he recorded it all on a voice recorder.
Yeah, that's right.
And they've got all that, and then they were some a government meeting or something, and it was Maggie Thatcher who was in charge at the time. And this girl said to Maggie Thatcher, she said, "I just wanted to know if it was true." She says, "What about Rendlesham Forest?" And she turned around and said, "Keep your mouth closed. We don't want to scare the people."
Yeah.
And that was the cover up.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Blanket straight over it. So it's, I don't know why. My view is that the people in the ship or whatever were looking for fuel, plutonic.
Could be, yeah.
Plutonium.
You do get people, all these air bases. Look at the ones in America where, remember when they were, there's a few of them over there, they've had craft switching off the nuclear bombs.
Yeah. Good idea.
They're all around. All I'm hearing the last couple of years is volcanoes, UFOs, air bases with nuclear bombs, UFOs. And it all seems to be, are they stopping us from killing ourselves?
Yeah. Do you think there's a higher government than the government that we see?
Of course there is. Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Do you all think that?
There are a bunch
what do people watching think? Do they think that? Because I think that. I don't think the government that we see are in charge.
No.
What do you think, Richard?
I think they're being ruled by a higher power.
Yeah, I do too.
As in like the whole government are aliens, because they haven't got a clue what's going on in the real world, have they?
No.
Don't have a dog and bark yourself, do you?
No, but I don't think they're in control at all.
No, I don't think.
I think the aliens
consciousness, and they don't care. They just follow orders.
No, they want their money, and that's it. And they go and come and go. Don't
they? Like the Germans said after World War II, "Befehl is Befehl."
Yeah.
So you have to do what you're told, otherwise you disappear.
That's true.
That's it.
True, that is, Mary.
Yeah.
People say
Like the American staff on the airbase, he was given he was going through a debrief, and he was told to read a script of exactly what happened on that night. But
Yeah.
he said it was nothing that happened on that night. It says the script is all altered. Say they saw a light from the lighthouse.
yeah,
But they thought it strange to be in that place, so they went and investigated.
yeah.
Left the base, didn't call it in just in case it was something else classified, and they came back onto the airbase, and then everyone was talking about stuff and making up stories, and he had to sign that form, and that was his brief. That was his statement.
Richard,
So it's obviously a
sorry.
load of control.
Richard, do you think that this kind of things happened before or since, and we've not heard about it?
I think it goes on a hell of a lot more than we actually know, because it gets covered up that quickly that nobody gets to find out, and then years later something gets leaked.
Of course, it's happened.
It has restrictions have been loosened, and they can speak more freely about stuff.
Yeah.
And it just seems to get leaked.
Yeah.
But I think from a paranormal point of view, it seems interesting because obviously we go around with K2 meters.
Yeah.
And they measure your electromagnetic frequencies.
Yeah.
But if you've got a K2 meter that's got like a guided meter, guided counters built in, you've got one, haven't you? Yeah, Gary's got a K2 meter with a guided counter built into it. If he walked around there, would he get more guided counter readings than K2 readings?
Of course I would.
Because of the radiation.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was I going to say then?
What
was the atmosphere that in that area like, Tim? Is it got an actual? Can you feel? Uneasy there?
Yeah.
Do you feel like, or is that a psychological? Do you know what I mean? It's open for people to go to.
Well, it's intuition, which is one of the senses that humans have lost over the years. First time I went with Karen, which was my last wife, and we were walking down this path. It was dead calm, and we was walking down East Gate where it all happened, and all of a sudden this big wind went past us, whoosh, like that, like a imagine a big 40-tonner going past you at 50 miles an hour. Lorry down the track, and something went past us. That was the first incident, but it's just a phenomenal. I don't know if any of you know Alex Lovelock. He does a YouTube on Sunday nights called The Lounge. He's coming on Sunday. He's been lots of times. He's well into his 70s now, and he lives not too far away from Rendlesham. And he studied it all of his life. And he's got this photograph. They went up, him and his two daughters went for a walk round, and they're standing by this old oak tree, and he just took a snap. It's on a film camera.
It's Batman!
Yeah, it's on a film camera. So when he got it developed, there's a woman behind him pointing across the field like that. Just pointing across the fields. Random woman. And she's Celtic. She's a Celt.
So she's pointing to something that they don't
Across
see.
the fields like that. But she looks like a normal human. She don't look like a ghost. She looks like a human being pointing across the fields.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's
The statue they put of where the UFO supposedly landed has been said. People have said it's in totally the wrong spot.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's further off in the field. Yeah. Yeah.
Why put it there?
I
if
don't
it's in the
know.
wrong
I
spot?
have no idea.
Typical
Oh, man,
No idea.
Americans, really.
where you been hiding?
On the rooftops
That-
of Philadelphia, you know, being the hero that the city needed.
Well, you were meant to fly by my window a few times and you just didn't come.
That's what she said.
Some man. Kelly says, I don't think he's dead. Aliens got him 1,000% or kill you with a jab. Noreen says, I think they're keeping watching the nuclear sites ready to intervene because it doesn't just affect this planet, it could be stopping other planets. Noreen says, we get drip fed what they want us to know. Kelly
Yes.
says,
Yeah.
never had internet back in the day. We had books, radio. So it's been going on for an extremely long time. Kelly says, so Tim, have you ever got photos when you've been there?
Energy battery.
I haven't personally got any photos. So I'm just there for the experience.
Kelly says the aliens got him.
I am intending to take some pictures this time.
Yeah, you've got
Definitely. William says, all because the lady loves milk tray. You're a cutie pie there, William. Cutie pie.
Oh, Will,
Um,
I love that.
So, Tom,
Yes.
in your forest, has there ever been UFO encounters?
No, I mean, throughout my life, I've seen questionable things in the sky, but you know, the average mind just says, "Oh, well, that's just a plane, or that's just a this or that, or whatever." But I've seen some things that just can't be explained. I guess, like things that moved really quick, and I said, "There's no way that was just like a shooting star or something like that," because there was like a pause, and then it kept going or whatever. But nothing I can ever prove or document because it's just been when I've been out, like I don't know, say when I was a teenager partying in the woods, you know.
Oh.
But that could be what the problem was too.
Kelly says, stuff the trees, they love the roots. Exactly, Kelly.
Exactly. Egg leads me to think of chickens. Chickens lead me to think of other things.
You leave your cock out of this, dear.
It just happened to pop up. I'm sorry.
You're something else. So definitely. Well, here's a funny question, guys. What would you do if you seen an alien spaceship? Seriously, what would you do?
I've seen quite a few.
I'm taking the drugs.
I've seen a few what I think are.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it if I've got a camera on me.
The strange thing is, it's the last thing you think of taking a picture. When
It
you
is,
look
yeah,
at it, you see it. You go,
You're there gawping at
You
it.
don't even
pages.
think
You never
about
to
taking a
keep going
picture.
out and
Oh, sorry, that's my partner's alarm for his dinner. But that's the thing, guys. See, when we see something in the sky, or whether we see apparitions, whether we see shadows, whether we see anything, we don't have that time to stand and take pictures because it's the shock of what we're seeing.
Yeah,
The fact that we're seeing this apparition, this if UFO in the sky, maybe we're going to see the cryptids. Noreen, I know Noreen loves my cryptids, so you just don't stand there and take pictures because it's that shock, and it happens. So I find it happens so fast.
Yeah, it's
because
fleeting.
there was one night I really wanted to take a picture of this shooting star, and by the time that I thought about taking the picture, because I was too memorised by what was going on in the sky,
yeah,
it was away, it was gone.
yeah.
It was like, away you go.
Yeah.
See, the closest I've had was above me, about 80, 100 foot above our houses in the street, and that was a big giant black triangle. And 3 of us seen it. We didn't find out who the other one was until maybe 5 years ago. But that person reminded me because she's seen us watching it. Isn't that crackers? And this happened in like about early to mid 90s. And it just glided, no sound, no vibration. It was humongous.
That's also
humongous.
That's what she
Tom.
Unbelievable. And the UFO.
And the UFO. I knew you were talking about that UFO. That's that bloody Tom. He brings my show down.
You know, I know this is a little off topic, and far be it from me to be off topic.
No, it's not like you at all, Tom.
No.
No, first
But
time.
I
for
couldn't
everyone.
help when I first tuned in, and I'm looking at Richard's cam. Is it just me, or is there like a slight similarity in features between he and I? Something. I don't know if it's just the camera quality. Maybe it's the shape of the nose. Something.
I think it's the hair.
Like from here up, especially.
Yeah.
Like, while my
Like
hair's
I think it's the hair. See, if you put a beard on him and he talked American, I think he'd be your long lost brother. I think you need to have a word with your dad.
It's, you know, and hey, anything's possible. You know? Maybe my mom traveled, you know? Or maybe my dad did.
Oh.
I just had to see. It was like the first thought when I tuned in. I was like, "Is that me?
Is it? You're like,
how am I on?
Is that my doppelganger? But it's like one of those things, guys. When we see something, we just don't have that time to quickly. But what Kelly did make a good point in say as well. Go in with a GoPro, so no excuse for not getting photos, especially if you're looking for something. GoPros are the new thing.
I've got a GoPro. We'll take that with us when we go.
Oh, body cams.
Yeah. Noreen says, I've seen the triangle. You're too busy trying to puzzle out what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Kelly likes them big. There you go, Tom, you're in. William says, UFO, you fuck off, lol. Oh, Mr. Survey. Noreen says, I seen the triangle in 2011, same as Lynn. It was so big it covered the village where I live and totally silent. What about the Netherlands, Mary? Because you're awful quiet. What about the Netherlands? Is there any forests in the Netherlands that have UFOs?
Not that much, but we have an incident. I didn't do my homework because I wasn't supposed to come on, but we have a UFO incident, and you have to search and search and search and get your books because you can't find much in the media from it. So yeah, there are UFO incidents. I had UFO experience in our show, and even abductions and that kind of stuff. They try to cover up everything.
Yeah. Always. They cover up. They just cover up. They make out the person's either got mental health issues or it just never happened. Which look, there's an alien.
Well, they're disappearing people. That's the thing, isn't it? Look, so many people disappearing.
Oh, yeah.
Especially on Tom's side of the pond.
Yeah.
You know, anyone who gets sort of close seems to vanish or get threats, death threats, or
But it almost seemed like they were going to out themselves for a little while, like they were unclassifying things and talking about UFOs, and then it just went away.
I think they sat with congressmen and told the congressman. Well, I shouldn't say congressman because you can't say it these days. They told the Congress that, you know, at the end of the day, what they wanted to hear, it wasn't a case of, you know, the truth. It was a case of they sat there and they didn't say much. They didn't they pretty said much hee haw. And I just thought it was a very pointless meeting because really, did everyone expect when they went to Congress that they were going to open fully? Bearing in mind, what I like about American Congress is that you can see it live on TV, and that's what I really like about it. And I said to my other half when we were talking about this one night, because I said how I was shocked that you could actually see this, that you could see these Congress meetings, and how apparent they were, and how much they tore into people and things like that. But Donald's business tonight, folks. But they won't do anything like that over here in the UK. Now, if they did that in the UK, I think it would be.
There was no UFOs. No UFOs ever. It was all a hoax.
Oh my God.
Tom, don't press the red button, for God's sake.
There was no UFOs. None at all. You never saw anything. I didn't come from one.
Donald, what are you doing in Pennsylvania?
I love
Philadelphia?
Pennsylvania, especially Philadelphia. It's got a lot of history. I love it. There's an amazing YouTube channel. You have to check it out. It's the best. It's the biggest, beautiful YouTube channel you've ever seen. It's called This Is Tom's World. He's the best. I love him. He's a great guy. There's rumors that he's been Batman over time, but I don't believe it.
Well, thank you very much, Donald, for your
Oh, no problem. Wait, what?
You're taking the again.
I
Kelly
just cattled
says,
Donald Trump.
should have a GoPro facing front and back so never miss anything. Same as Bigfoot, never get a proof, which is odd with the technology we have. Books the government will get rid of them next. Aircrafts disappear, government behind it, and the people that control them. Noreen says, when I saw the triangle, I was new to social media, so I had no clue what I seen or who to ask about it. It was only a year later I saw a programme about the Phoenix Lights, and let me say, I'll put that down in my list as well. The Phoenix Lights an interesting one to do as well. That I realised that it was common phenomena, and listening to some witnesses' statements took my breath away, as they were expressing the same feelings that I had. Kelly says, looking great, see how he can do this. How do we trust anything you watch in mainstream TV? Guys, everybody is now turning to YouTube. And I'll tell you why they're turning to YouTube. Is because a lot of the actual truth of what's happening is coming out through YouTube. Now, there's a lot of good news channels on YouTube.
YouTube is semi-censored, though. That's the problem.
Yeah,
they are run by Google. Don't forget.
Well, YouTube has kind of got a stick up its arse, but about certain things that you say. Thank God I'm only streaming to Things Network. I'd have
I'll shit talk YouTube on YouTube. That I don't care. But there's just certain things that they won't necessarily cancel you, but they'll censor your playback even if you're live.
YouTube will be Kelly says YouTube will be taken off unless you have digital ID. I mean, I feel kind of sorry for what's happening right now. The UK now, they always talk about the free speech and the free speech that we have, right? But really, we don't have free speech if you think about it. And now what they've done is that they've went on to sites and now censored the sites unless you prove that you're over 18. Now the Americans are kicking up a hell about it because it was the UK that's done it. So Kelly says they try to get rid of X because I'm not sure, but I've heard. To be honest, I think that if they're telling you get free speech, guys, whatever we say on social media should be our thoughts and feelings. Whether people like it or whether people like it they not, the fact is that the world that we're living in just now, it's getting more and more butthurt about what you can say, what you can't say. Now, if you have social media, now I've seen this a lot when the Congress has been in America and they're talking to people and they refer to what the people put on their social media. Now, I would say if they say that you have free speech, what that person says in their time shouldn't be brought up.
Right.
That's what their thoughts and feelings are.
The argument is that, like, say, Facebook is a company and they're allowed to determine, and I'm not for it by any way, this is just their explanation, but they can determine, doesn't matter if it's a page that has your name on it, you don't technically own that page because it's their server. You just subscribe to their server for free, and they get to depict what you can and can't say. And there was a time where it got ridiculous, where if you said anything pro-Trump, it came down. Anything anti-Biden, it came down. And it didn't matter whether or not things were true, false, whatever. And that was just because the people that were in power at the time had their influence, and Mark Zuckerberg has already come out talking about that. You don't see the interview too much anymore, but he did do an interview where he talked about how he was being pretty much oppressed by the government to take certain things off and everything and call it misinformation and this and that. But I mean, the only true way that you could say whatever you wanted to would be to get your own server, your own website, and you could point people to it. Now they could censor the link to that website on social media, but YouTube, you're not going to ever be free. They're just going to. We're gonna get rid of free speech. Everybody's gonna have to pay a penny per word. Just think of how much money we'll make off the view. I mean, the view alone will give us millions, billions of dollars. It's
do you know what, guys? I have not so much now, but I used to get banned quite a lot, and it used to be for such dumb. It used to be such for dumb things, like they would say that I was harassing and threatening violence to people. And it was like somebody I knew. It was like a good friend, and it was like I had said that I would roundhouse kick him. And the next thing you know, I was 3-day ban. But what's for? Because
you say the stupidest things like, "Oh my God, I'm going to kill you! Stop!" Like,
even at that, it's like Jesus Christ. And for a while, Facebook was doing a lot of banning for the most stupidest, ridiculous reasons. People were coming on to podcasts. We were having discussions. We were talking about certain things, and people were getting banned because Facebook just felt the need. You know what? I don't agree with you. Ban.
Or people report you. I had an issue. We made fun memes like Other Life Matters, and I got Black Lives Matters all over me. And I told the bleep that she didn't have any sense of humor, and she reported me and reported me and reported me. I lost 2 personal accounts because of it.
Oh my God.
They don't have humor, not at all. And the most terrible thing is they get paid to act like that. Here in Europe, you have someone in the European government who embezzled 17 million euros to get those NGOs to sue people, to protest, to destroy things, to go on social media and be the bully and report them. And it's in England, in America, it's all over.
Yeah.
And there was one time I told one person, you have to put it in my face. Come
Yep.
over, you know where I live. Say it in my face. I got banned again.
Do you?
Yeah.
And the things
Do-
that they're protesting, and like, I mean the people that go to the extremes. I'm not just talking one political side or the other, or a liberal mind or conservative mind. I'm not talking about that. And it's on both sides. But
Yeah.
it's like a lot of times the people that are extremists with it are
Yeah.
bitching and complaining about things that they're actually doing in the course of their protesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like bullying per se. They were bullying people.
Yeah.
But
Like
they were against war.
Extinction Rebellion, they destroy old paintings, they destroy stores. They
Yep.
want us to come out of the car and go on a bicycle, but they have all an old car, come over to cities to destroy things, mess up everything, leave their garbage behind, and telling us to clean
Yeah.
our life and come out of the car, don't go on vacation. But each and every one of them are going into a plane and 3-4 times a year to a foreign country.
Oh yeah, you can watch videos of these people
What to do?
and see the same people in a protest or whatever in Cincinnati, and then you'll see it again in Florida, and then you'll see them again in Colorado, and it's the same people. They change up their look a little bit. You can tell it's the exact same people. So there are people that were being paid to do this kind of stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
sure it was on both sides of the political spectrum.
Yeah, guys, it's everywhere. It's, you know, it's even getting so bad, it's spilling off social media. You know, you can't say this, you can't say that, you can't say the next thing. At the end of the day, what's the point of telling people they have free speech and then turning around and saying, guess what, you're getting done for this, or you are getting blocked for this, or you're getting your account taken for this, and it's like, it's a load of bullshit. I'm going to quickly go into comments before we wrap this up, guys. Kelly says, well, get off your butts and do something about it. People talk, share more. People power. People are getting arrested and fined for putting up things or thoughts and that. You really need to calm your wig, Donald. You're
don't need to
normally
calm it.
an innocent before guilty. Well, that's done 180.
It's perfectly
Noreen-
good the way it is. It sways in the look.
Noreen says, I got a warning for saying I will kill you to someone on my birthday for something they shared. It was obvious I was joking, but I got a warning, and a year later I got a warning again because I forgot and was told I was repeatedly being violent and I was facing a ban. Be Noreen. I don't believe that for 1 second. Kelly says, you'll be happy having nothing, remember? This is very, very true, guys. Well, guys, I want to begin and thank Donald Trump, first of all, for coming into the chat
Thank you
today.
very much for having me. It was great to be here. I loved it. It was a great time. It was beautiful.
I know that you're busy and you're a busy man, but thank you very much. Give me
no
half
problem.
price. Give me half price at Tunbury in your hotel. But definitely, guys, it has been a good night, and it's a good night, first night back for the Mystical Carousel show. Tomorrow on Fools and Ghouls, guys, we will be talking about cults and new religious movements. So that will be an interesting one, guys. Now, the show will be pushing subjects that people always talk about, that might be a wee bit close to the bone, but we will be very respectful when we are doing these subjects, guys, as we always are. I know, Noreen, it's gone so quickly. I can't believe it myself. That's what happens when you have fun in your podcast. Kelly says, see how easy it is to do what Tom's doing. It's so hard to trust anything you hear and see. So go down rabbit holes, people. As long as it's not glory holes, that's fine.
Well, hey.
But everybody have a good night, and we will see you tomorrow night, guys. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye. 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 Bye.